Not every second calls for the highest end gear that you have. I, as you know, hate having big gear if I don't have to. I'm not taking a big monitor on a personal trip. It's stupid, in my opinion. I'm just not gonna take it around, I'm not gonna carry it. I can get the same quality in other ways. And that's why today we're talking about my everyday carry camera gear. Now let me create some context. This is not a professional job. This is when I am going home for the weekend and I wanna have some camera gear. Recently I went on a golf trip with my friends. What camera gear do I wanna bring to that? I don't need the big stuff, but I need my hard drives because there are times where I'm traveling and it's not for work, but I still need to make edits. Sometimes I want video, sometimes I want photo. There's a bunch of different scenarios, and everything in this bag is what I need. This small bag has limited camera gear, but it's everything I need where I can still capture quality without lugging around a camera with a big lens, a monitor, tripod. You don't need all that stuff. This is me being a creative all the time with the fact that photography is still my passion on top of it being my job, and what gear I take to still get high quality without being bogged down by having every single thing in my bag. Like back here, we got 4 different lenses that we're not even gonna touch today, and we got 4 more lenses up there that I'm not even thinking about today. That right there either shows that I don't need that gear anymore, or these are just for those specific scenarios. First up, the bag that we are using is the Brevite Jumper Bag. Now, a little personal thing here. This means a lot to me because this right here is the first piece of gear I ever have gotten sent to me to make a YouTube video about. This entire video isn't about this bag, but having this bag made me think about making this video. If you've been watching, I've been putting out videos at least every week for the past 2 years. And it's a cool moment to get a free piece of gear and get a request to make a video about that piece of gear, let alone from a bag brand that I purchased my first ever professional camera bag from. This is the Jumper Backpack in the pine green color. It's a great bag because we got a couple different features. We got the bottom that's full of camera gear and then a front pouch for different accessories. Top part where you can put some hoodies, you can put some clothes, whatever you want. One of the things that is way too overlooked with camera bags, a water bottle holder. Who would have thought that this right here is too much to ask for? No bags have this. When Brevite sent me this bag, I was using a DB bag, and one of the things that it didn't have was a water bottle holder. And if you shop around for especially small camera bags, it's impossible to find. And then we have the accessibility point on the side for the camera, which I'm not a huge fan of, with the cherry on top being obviously a laptop sleeve, and you got the sleeve where you can slide this into your suitcase and carry it around. Hey, sorry, but I don't have much experience in this whole plugging products world, but there's a link down below. I get a little kickback on it. It's a great bag if you want to buy it. Good price. I literally have it sitting on the floor right now. I use it just about every day, but don't have much experience saying, hey, click the link down below to see it. Sorry, I'm getting better, I promise. But anyways, here's the rest of the gear that's actually in the bag. Enough about the bag. Shout out Brevite for sending it once again. Let's talk about what's in the bag and what cameras I'm even bringing with me. Now, speaking a little bit more on what the heck is in this camera bag, let's open up the main pouch. In here, we have a bunch of different sections. We have the common dividers that are inside of every single different camera bag. Obviously, you can rearrange them however you want, but the main camera that I'm using, I'm recording on, but this will be good for the sake of the example, is the Canon R5 and a 28mm f2.8. The reason I would want the R5 in some cases with the little 28mm lens is for scenarios like this. We got the skyline in the background, and it's something that I don't just want a photo of. A lot of the times I like getting video, and I personally enjoy shooting video more than photo, especially on this camera. So you got this, which is a little bit bigger than the other camera in my bag, and I can just get those classic shots of the skyline, or the videos you've seen me do before, like what the day in videos where it's like the still videos. That's what I like to get with this camera right here. So yes, the nicest camera that's in the bag is the Canon R5 with one lens. That's the only lens I am bringing for this camera. Next up, the second camera I'm bringing is my primary photo camera. The photos from this are not as good as the photos from this. That's not rocket science to figure out, but this is the Ricoh GRii. This camera is the best day-to-day camera that I have found so far. Built-in flash, little point and shoot, fits in my pocket if I want it to. This is only for photo though. I mean, this is the photo scenario. So we would go in right here, you know what camera we're grabbing, the Ricoh GRii. Why this for this scenario versus no video? Well, one, I don't like taking day-to-day photos on the R5. It's not fun. I have to edit them a lot more, and with this, I don't have to. The amount of times that I've come down to this very spot, me and my girlfriend bring a pizza down, we are just hanging out, we've brought her family down here just to hang out. Those are the times that I just want a simple camera to get some photos. It's nice, it's easy, and look at this. It fits in my pocket and I never have to think about it. Next up, to attach to the Canon R5, the microphone I'm bringing is going to be the Rode VideoMic Go. I have it with this little windscreen on it. This is nice because you don't have to worry about charging it. It's very, very small. And if I need any kind of audio, typically if I end up filming somebody, filming myself, vlogging, it's nice to have some kind of microphone on me. Next up, rounding out this bottom portion that is by no means full, is a power brick. This can charge my laptop, this can charge my phone a lot. I think I can get like 7-8 phone charges out of this, which is unbelievable to think about. And then we also have, of course, a USB-C charger and an Apple charger, just because I need to charge my phone. And the USB-C will be able to charge the power brick. It'll charge my camera if I want it to. It'll plug into my camera charger that you'll see later. But that's everything I got in this bottom pouch. Not a lot of camera gear. I don't like packing heavy, but we still got some other stuff because my profession is still active whenever I am on these personal trips, whatever it may be. So there's some things I have to bring just to kind of like cover my butt in case either I get called onto a job or if I need to make some edits whenever I'm gone. So now going to this top portion, open that up. We have a good amount of space here, but not really utilizing it. I would expect myself to like put a jacket in here, put a hoodie in here, but we're talking camera gear. We're not talking jackets, hoodies. If the hoodie was gonna exist in here, I can guarantee you the brand it would be. Same brand as this hoodie, same brand as the crew necks I'm always wearing. Elwood. Elwood, if you're watching, come on. Throw me some sponsorships or something, man. I've spent way too much money on Elwood merchandise, but it's just like basic clothing. First thing we're gonna talk about is a mini tripod that I'm bringing. I could bring my other tripod because it would strap onto the bottom of the bag right there, but I don't want something dangling off the bottom. I just don't like having that if I don't have to, and realistically, I'm not using this tripod a whole lot if I don't have to. It is sturdy enough to hold my R5. This is the one that I took to Southeast Asia with me. The legs extend right here, super lightweight. I don't really trust it whenever it's a narrow base like this, but you can extend the legs out and all of a sudden you got a wide base, and you also have a ball head if you need to straighten it out a little bit and level out the camera. It also takes the same plate as my ProMaster tripod, which is on here, and also can go onto my small rig cage that I already have on my R5. Just those little things that save you a little bit more gear that you have to bring. The other thing I have in here is a charger for the Ricoh GRii. Self-explanatory, you need your chargers. Now entering in to this pouch. Now this pouch is where a lot of my life lives, right here. This is where the dongles are. This is where more chargers are. R5 charger, highly recommend getting one with a USB-C port so you don't have to drag along the one that Canon gives you that only charges one battery. Get one simple Amazon purchase. Another dongle. And then we got a bunch of hard drives. We got 2 hard drives right here. Who knows how many I'll need? I like to gauge what projects I'm actively working on and then bring those hard drives. Even if I'm not planning on editing on the trip, there are times where it gets urgent. If a client hits you up from a few months ago and you don't have that hard drive on you, it's no big deal. Just tell them, man, like, this project is closed. I don't know what you want me to do. I'll get you whenever I get back home. But I take a SSD for whenever I am creating anything on the go, and this is where my active projects are. And sometimes I bring a lacy that has a little bit of storage on it in case the SSD fills up, or sometimes these lacies have projects. For example, this one is from 2 years ago, and I just had a project open back up. So save your files, people, and take your hard drives with you when you are on trips for the content you're taking, and also so you can still actively be doing things if you need to. Rounding out in here, we of course have more batteries for the R5, more for the Ricoh GRii, somewhere in here, right here. And then we have memory cards as well. This is just a classic memory card holder. It's pretty empty right now because I have like 7 memory cards laying on my desk right here. Ask me why, I do not know, but unorganized sometimes. You see inside here, right there, we have a bunch of different pouches that can hold batteries, can hold memory card holders, whatever you want, and then another open package there. And I'll also have in this top part a MacBook Pro charger that's plugged in right now so I can read my notes on my computer. And on top of that, rounding out the bag, we would throw the MacBook Pro right inside of this laptop sleeve right here. This bag, it's really damn good. I really like it. Thank you, Brevite, for sending it. If you're curious of some other things that I might have in my bag though, there are 4 things that depend on the trip. Number 1, a drone. This is more for the travels. There are cases where I'm bringing a drone. Of course, I'm grabbing my mini drone. So we got the Mini 4 Pro right here. This is really nice, size of your hand, can easily fit in that bottom pouch, but only taking this if it's like a beautiful, beautiful destination that I'm going to. Most likely not bringing this. We also have the PowerShot A2200. This camera is very cool for that digital vintage look that is very hyped up right now. The video gives you a VHS look, the photos give you kind of like a film look with that timestamp in the bottom corner. Really cool for those day-to-day moments whenever you want to just get like these nostalgic type photos. I'll occasionally bring this. I actually usually take this on professional jobs and not as much personal, but I took it to Banff whenever I went there, and me and my girlfriend got some really cool photos on that. Also might be bringing the 360 camera. This I do not use as much as I thought I was. I don't know, I don't love editing it. The quality on it is not as great as I would like for it to be. And it's just got such a niche use that I find myself steering away from using it more than actually using it. So usually I'm not bringing this, but it is fun sometimes for some silly moments or behind the scenes. But I don't need behind the scenes whenever I'm going on a personal trip, let's be honest. Last thing I might bring is my Rode Wireless Pro pack. Now there's 2 empty right here because I have 1 on me and I have 1 where I'm checking my audio levels. I'll usually keep a windscreen in here for the mic just in case I have to use it, and that rounds it all out. These actually end up being in my day-to-day bag more often than not because I like to film YouTube videos on the go. This gives me high quality audio no matter where I am, and I don't need to bring my podcast mic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you for watching. It wouldn't happen, without you guys watching these videos. I work really hard to get at least 1, hopefully 2 videos out a week. It's cool to see it start actually moving in the direction that I want it to. It's hard. YouTube's a grind. It is very, very difficult, especially in the early days, which I'm still in. But little things like this make it all worth it. Shout out Brevite, shout out you guys, and let's keep this thing cooking. Let's keep the ball rolling. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.